hello, Hall Stars and Hall Stands. I'm Amber, and this is the Hallmarkies podcast, the podcast made by Hallmarkies for Hallmarkies. And with me today is the OG of the Hallmarkies podcast. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Rachel is here.
Yay!
And that's it. We went old school today, kicking it old school, just
Yeah.
Amber and Rachel, like the old days.
It's pretty fun when we get a chance to podcast just the two of us. I love it.
I mean, it doesn't happen because I am so cool taking full load of class and working full time. So it's really my fault. Rachel's the best. Everyone
So we
knows.
savor it when we get the chance. Plus the fact that we divide and conquer a lot lately. You're doing one on Monday night, and then I'm doing a different one on Monday night.
Yeah, so just so you know, like Rachel and I aren't having like problems. It's not like we've divided the podcast and Rachel gets half of the assets and I get the other half. Like, no, we're fine. It's just booking.
Yeah.
Plus, how many podcasts are we releasing every week? Like 100?
It's like regularly for at least now, which is crazy, but
We're like a podcast army. That's why we have to have so many hosts, because we just keep producing the content.
yeah, and people seem to like it. So hey, fine with me.
I mean, not to be rude, but like even if they don't, I like it. So
Right. Yeah, that's true.
we'll still do it to keep me happy because I'm a diva.
And I mean, also, it's somewhat natural that when Hallmark, who is the content creating king, it kind of makes sense that the podcast that covers all things Hallmark would also be the content creating king.
That's true. I mean, they're just producing content left and right.
Yeah, that's right.
And speaking of Hallmark, keeping us on our toes, we actually got a feedback question from Lauren, who is a patron. And she asked us if we have any idea what's happening to In the Key of Love. Today she noticed that it was gone from the app and it seems to have vanished from the Hallmark website too. So, what's going on? Rachel, are we also missing another movie that we were promised?
This is madness. I can't even believe it. Because we already had this month Merry Christmas Match that was promised and then taken away. But this was part of the preview show. And it the June Weddings preview show. And it was supposed to be just barely on Monday. I mean, and just on yesterday, this is being recorded on Thursday, just yesterday on the Hallmark YouTube channel, they posted a preview and another video. Like, so what could have possibly happened in one day for them to go from we're airing it, we're posting a preview, we're having clips, to everything has practically been scrubbed. The homepage on the Hallmark website is gone for In the Key of Love. The videos that they had on Twitter, gone. Like, if they were just delaying it, because some people were like, oh, they're probably just going to air it on the 13th or the 20th, because currently no movie is scheduled for the 13th and the 20th, which would be a break of the promise that they promised us at the beginning of the year. And so it's like, well, are they just going to move it to there? But if they were going to do that, they would just change the date on the website. You don't need to take it down. So that's weird. And so I don't know. It is bonkers. I know of no other studio that has this kind of thing happen. Like,
I think it's a real mystery, and I think we should bring in an expert on mysteries to figure this out, to solve the case of the vanishing videos.
Yeah.
Oh, who is that? Who's here? Who's here to help us solve this? Is it Murder, She Wrote? Just kidding.
I think Jessica Fletcher maybe could figure out this tangled web.
Like, honestly, strange things are happening at the Circle K, because I do not know what they're doing. I can't understand, because It has to have been at least mostly finished, right?
Yeah. The only thing that I can figure out is there has to have been some kind of dispute of some kind with the music. I think that's the biggest, that somehow, some way, there was some kind of, I don't know, it's the only thing I could figure out, because what else would have a problem this late in the game?
I don't know.
It's
And I
done.
mean, it's we were already on edge because Merry Christmas Match got pulled.
Yeah.
And then to pull this on us, and then to try to pretend like a preview show is going to be our new movie for Saturday
Twice.
twice in a row,
Yeah,
2 weeks
13
in a
and 20.
row.
And they cancel Good Witch for 2 weeks. And then they don't even give us a movie that weekend.
We are outraged.
Why would you cancel Good Witch and not have, why would, like, give us some new material? What's going on?
I'm sorely tempted to tweet at Hallmark, just like I would be if they bring Vincent back just to break his heart. I may tweet them.
Yeah. I did at them
Channel.
in my question.
How dare you?
On Twitter, I asked, what the heck has happened at Hallmark Channel?
Oh, Twitter's never going to tell you.
It is bizarre. I can't think of any, like, I feel like even live newscasts don't have this kind of thing happen 4 days before. I mean, wow. Crazy. It's crazy.
And like, it's fine, I guess. We'll live. But why should we have to live like this?
Oh.
Another thing that Lauren brought to our attention is how in the Hallmark app, she says, does it annoy anyone else that the random movies without a season, such as the Jen Lilly movie that's coming up soon, Love Unleashed, aren't listed on the app anywhere? And then she said, maybe I'm super type A, but if there's going to be an app, I want to check off all the movies. Yeah. And I couldn't agree more.
Yeah. No, it is very true. It's very true. And yeah, why don't they just have like grab bag season? I don't know. Something.
I
don't know. Moved In the Key of Love from June Weddings. It's gone on the checklist.
It's utterly bizarre.
Yes, and I was excited because, we've talked a long time about wanting a musical, and here you've got 2 Broadway vets that are in the leads, and the song they did release, which will probably be gone off the YouTube channel. I can't imagine that it'll stay for very long, but it sounded like a nice little song, and so like, oh, this could be fun. So,
and we got feedback from somebody named Maggie asking us if Hallmark were to do a musical, who would we like to see as the stars? And she said she'd like to see Jen Lilly and Nikki DeLoach be 2 leading ladies. And she doesn't have any idea what Hall star men have musical theater backgrounds. I mean, I'm going to just throw this out here. I have a dream that we get JC Chazé from NSYNC, because he's a great little actor. Mm-hmm. And I want him to be paired up with Nikki DeLoach in a Christmas movie where they are 2 ex-boyfriend and girlfriends, or just 2 pop stars who hate each other, and they get paired up by their studio to record a Christmas album or a song together, and it will be called Single for Christmas.
Sounds good. I'd watch that. Let's do it.
Isn't it amazing?
Yes.
As a concept.
That's great.
And if we want to make it not just one song, I mean, they can't just sing Oh Holy Night 4 times. But
I got it. Wes Brown. He's a good singer.
You love Wes Brown.
Yeah, he's great. I thought he did really well in Wedding at Graceland. I thought he had a nice little voice. And so he's the guy, I think.
Super handsome.
Super handsome.
Also, my dream boyfriend.
That's right.
Whose heart I broke.
Yeah. So there you go. We got a cast. All you got to do. We've done all the hard work for you, Hallmark. Now.
Oh, and also Maggie asked us, what Hallmark movies she thinks people should watch if they're a fan of a singing show like The Voice or American Idol.
That's a good question. What do you think?
I have a pretty good idea, and it should be Summer of Dreams.
Carlos Penavega, he can sing.
That's not a Hallmark movie that they should watch if they like The Voice or American Idol.
No, but I'm saying he could be one of our
should be in our musical. Not
musical.
even.
Sorry, I'm still on that.
Catch up, Rachel. Catch up. Don't you think Summer of Dreams is the right answer for someone who's a fan of a singing show?
Oh yeah,
like The Voice or American Idol.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah.
I'm proud of myself.
Yeah, that's really good.
Okay, and then she actually also asked, and this is a great question for me because she asked for fans of The Amazing Race. And as you know, I'm a big fan of TAR. That's The Amazing Race. And it just had its finale this week, which was exciting. It was a good one. Yeah. So what do you think?
Yeah, I got off Amazing Race when it moved to Fridays because that just didn't work for me. And so...
It's on Wednesdays now.
It's back on Wednesdays?
Yes.
I liked it on Sunday. That's where it was perfect.
So did they? Well, the ratings were good.
Yeah, so they moved it to Wednesday. Anyway, that's the last time I watched it was when it moved to Fridays. So it's been a little while for me. So anyway, continue on with your question.
So what show would be good for someone? Which Hallmark movie would be a good show to bring in an Amazing Race fan?
What's one where they do a road trip?
Well, I mean, you've got the Christmas road trip.
Time for Me to Come Home for Christmas.
What's the one, the one where we met Cardi Wong and fell in love with him?
Road to Christmas. Yeah.
That's what it's called, Road to Christmas. Am I wrong?
Yeah, that's right. That's correct. So that would be a good one.
Although, I kind of would love them to have one where they go out of the country.
Well, there was Christmas at the Palace.
And I think we got to avoid a wedding. I mean, a royal.
Because they do go from New Jersey to... It's another one. You could be the Cabin. Leah Thompson, they end up in Scotland.
Yeah, or maybe one where they have like a competition.
Yeah, there's lots of competitions.
Or like a race.
In the Cabin, there's tons.
Okay.
Of competitions. They have like two-legged competitions and
they throw the stick, right? The big log in that one?
There's a bunch of different obstacle courses things.
Okay, absolutely. The Cabin. Perfect. Yeah. And Colleen in LA actually sent us a bunch of suggestions of movies to try to catch the Hallmarkies bug. So the first one she said was Crazy Rich Asians.
So somebody that likes Crazy Rich Asians.
Yes, someone who likes Crazy Rich Asians, but needs to watch a Hallmark movie.
How about Destination Wedding?
Because it is kind of glam, right?
Yeah, it's kind of glam, and I feel like it's sort of, I don't know, about like family dynamics and
cool. I like it. Destination Wedding. You're good at this. Okay.
I love this game.
The next one, Always Be My Maybe.
This is a great movie. I love the movie. Let me think. I mean, it's pretty classic formulas. There's a ton that could work. It's the hometown guy.
Yeah. I'm kind of wondering about like Harvest Wedding. Is that the one I mean? The Jill Wagner movie?
Mm-hmm. That
where they used to date and then they come back together.
It's not exactly the same, but I also think you could do Christmas at Homestead because she's like famous and movie star, coming to the small town.
Okay, I like what we've done here. Okay, and then the next one, she gave us a list, and I was just like, this is fun.
I love this.
Sorry that the feedback shows just this game now. Okay, and then she said, The Devil Wears Prada.
Oh, there's so many that are like the workplace. But I think My Summer Prince would be good because Lauren Holly's kind of an ice queen.
Yeah, she really is. I love the ketchup scene in that movie.
Hmm.
Like, legitimately, where she's like, why do you put your ketchup in the fridge? And then, you know why? Because I researched it. Ketchup does spoil if you don't refrigerate it, but it's like good for 30 days if you don't. So in restaurants and things, they leave it out because it gets used up in that time so it doesn't spoil. But typically, people aren't going through a whole thing of ketchup in 30 days. So they refrigerate it.
Hmm. There you go.
Boom! In your face, Lauren Holly.
Another one I thought of is Perfect on Paper, because Morgan Fairchild is kind of the diva boss,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
of her. So that one could work.
Yeah, we are crushing this. Actually, you're just being an all-star and I'm just agreeing with you. Okay, and then the next one, A Walk to Remember.
Hmm. Christmas Everlasting, maybe.
I don't remember that one.
But
What's
I just
that?
feel like a Hall of Fame one would be perfect for this, with like a little more heart, a little more, And Christmas Everlasting was last year with Tatiana Lee,
Oh, okay.
the sister
I'm
coming
going to
back.
be honest, you guys. At this point, we're run almost to like 1,000 Hallmark movies over time, and at least 400 of them are like Christmas Forever, Christmas
Yeah,
Everlasting,
that's
Christmas
true.
Once and Always, Always Christmas. And like it is kind of fun, but it's also my brain can only keep track of them to a
Yeah.
certain point.
No, I think a Hall of Fame would be a good choice for someone like that. I think that the Beach House. I know you hated it, but I think it has some similar elements. You could do
I
that.
think the Beach House is actually a really good call, um, especially because it's Nicholas Sparks and he always sets his movies in, you know,
Yeah.
East Coast
Right.
areas.
Yeah.
So that's a great call. Okay, the next one, Love Actually,
Hmm.
which is really tricky because you
It
don't
is.
often get like an ensemble slash bunch of vignettes
I th-
Hallmark movie.
I think closest that we've ever gotten is Christmas in Evergreen, Letters to Santa.
Oh, yeah, you know what? That's a great call. I hate that I just keep saying, "Oh, great call." Like that's good. That's a good feedback. But no, you're right. The Christmas in Evergreen is good because like, it has other things going on than just the main story and there's all these other characters who are doing things.
Mhm.
For that
This
same
is
reason
my
I would maybe
favorite.
even also suggest one of the When Calls the Heart movies,
Mm-hmm.
Christmas movies.
Good call.
Though it doesn't have quite the same tone as Love Actually.
True. Oh, there's
Okay.
some really sad stuff in Love Actually.
Oh, but it's different. It's not, and we're fine. Okay, and then the last one she gave us was Notting Hill.
Hmm. What about it's a small town, so not quite the same. I was gonna say the Christopher Poloha one from but that then they have a past. What's the one with like a
Where there's like
famous
a famous
person?
person who shows up, but they don't have a past.
I mean, again, I think of Christmas in Homestead. But what's another one?
A Song for Christmas. Is that the one I
Ooh.
liked with Kevin
Yeah.
McGarry?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she's the famous person, famous singer.
Yeah.
You could also do a country wedding because he's like famous.
Yeah, but I was just thinking about
But they
that, and
have
then
a
I thought,
backstory.
I feel like Country Wedding would actually be a really fun idea for Always Be My Maybe.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That's very good. That's very true.
So let's think about one where a famous
Person.
person falls in love with a civilian.
Let me think about this.
I mean, kind of Summer of Dreams again, right?
Yes. Yeah. That's true. What about Stop the Wedding? That's kind of, his dad's famous.
Yeah,
Also on
Stop the
number
Wedding's
8.
fun.
Also, I Married Who?
Ooh, I Married Who is the actually correct answer for 100%.
You haven't seen it, but you should see it. Also, Accidentally Engaged. That one's really fun.
Didn't I see it?
With Jenny Garth.
Why are you acting like I didn't see it?
You told me you hadn't seen it.
Let me see.
Or maybe I'm getting the name wrong. What's the one with Jenny Garth?
No, because the Accidentally Engaged is not a Hallmark movie.
No, which one is it? Sorry. Accidentally in Love. Close. It's called Accidentally in Love.
In Love.
Yeah.
Oh,
she has an accident with
copyright.
She has a car accident with a movie star, and they meet kind of that way. And yeah, it's fun. It's a really fun one. You should see it.
I think I have seen it. Why are you always saying I haven't seen these movies?
I swear, when I posted it as a throwback, you said you hadn't seen it.
Sometimes I lie. No, I definitely have seen it. I remember this guy.
He dresses in the bunny suit for his job.
Uh-huh.
Oh, good. It's a good one.
She's always lying about me, you guys. She's always making up stories about how I haven't seen things. But you audience, you know. Okay, well, that's the end of Colleen in LA's list, but that was my favorite thing we've ever done.
Yes, please keep sending them. I love this game.
We should play this game every day.
Yeah.
That's just the best thing that's ever happened.
We should make like an app.
Yes, absolutely. And then we also have a voicemail, which kind of relates to this, and it is from our good friend Jennifer, and here it is.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jennifer, and my question is, what do you think are the most humorous, funny Hallmark movies? It doesn't matter if they're older or new. The funnier ones are my favorite, and I'd like to know which ones to watch. Thank you.
All right. So, here's the thing about this. Comedy is subjective. Boom! I stole Rachel's line. So saying that we disagree. Comedy's subjective. Like, for instance, I find Adam Sandler to be quite humorous, and Rachel makes that noise. But let's see. I mean, obviously, I really think that the 9 Lives of Christmas, because Kimberly Sustad is so great, is really funny.
Yeah. Yeah, that one is very funny. A couple others that I like. I think One Christmas Eve is pretty funny. It has some slapstick, some stuff you don't see as much on Hallmark, and I think that one's a good one. I also really like Surprised by Love. I think that one has some good, genuine laughs in it. You got Tim Conway in there, and so those are the two that I thought of immediately.
Okay, and then I thought Yes, I Do was hilarious, and Rachel did not find it to be funny at all.
No.
So that's a thing. And then I also thought Home for Spring was so funny, and Rachel did not approve of the jokes in that movie, thinking they were lame.
Yeah, it wasn't
for me. We just don't
me.
get along.
We have a very different sense of humor, that's for sure. So, yeah, that's what's fun.
Can we think of anything that we both universally think is hilarious? Window Wonderland is really funny.
Yeah, on Hallmark. Window Wonderland's great. I mean, we both like 9 Lives of Christmas. But I Married Who has some good funny parts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I think in just like the basic romantic comedy, I think we like. It's when it's like kicked up a notch that we then disagree.
I don't know. I just disagree with you always. That's my goal. Never agree with you. So I think honestly my favorite funny ones, and I prefer the funny movies too. I don't really like the Hall of Fames where they try to be super sad. So I do prefer the funny ones, and 9 Lives of Christmas is my favorite. Oh, also, Paradise, right? Love and Paradise.
Oh
That
yeah, that
one
one's a good one. I like that.
is quite funny,
Yeah,
and
that one
could
is
also
good.
work for our Notting Hill one because he's famous.
Yeah. Um. Oh shoot! I just lost my train. Did you ever watch True Love Blooms? Thought that the character of Marla on there was. I thought it was really funny. She's
Oh, you know what? The funniest show is on any of the Hallmark things? Good Witch, Martha.
yeah. We definitely agree there for sure. She was great, but I just found Marla to be hilarious on True Love Blooms. I I just choose this minimalist designer, and she redesigns Jordan Bridges' office, and so it has like nothing in it except for this like column.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, it's like a little table, and it made me laugh. And then Sarah Ruse keeps giving him plants to try to get him to change his mind about the garden, and every time Marta sees one of the plants, she's like, what are you doing? You're ruining my whole aesthetic. And to me, that was very funny. I really enjoyed that. It's just like a small moment, but I thought she did such a good job with a small part to make me laugh.
Yeah. Well, and also, I mean, this is not Hallmark, but Snowman's is probably one of the funniest things I've
Yeah.
seen in my whole life.
Yeah, that was so good.
It tickled every funny bone in my body because it's incredible.
It was so good. I also loved Christmas Perfection. Everyone's sick of me talking about, but I thought that was hilarious. That really made me laugh last year.
Oh, and one more, which is Hallmark, Naughty or Nice.
Oh yeah, that one's a good one.
Where she gets the naughty or nice list. Naughty and nice list? You get it.
Yeah.
Google it, Hillary.
There you go. I think that's
thank you, Jennifer. I think we had a lot of fun talking about these funny movies.
I think so too. Let us know what are some of yours.
Right? And then also, yeah, please tell us in your suggestions funny movies because I've been kind of in a downer mood, so I need more things to watch. And like if it's not even Hallmark, that's okay, but just try to make it be Hallmark appropriate. Oh, and on feedback last week, for those of you who are faithful listeners, will remember that we had a poll. We were going to post a poll about hashtag Heine's hair. And the results are in with 134 total votes. Facial hair won with 70% of the votes, and clean shaven lost at 30% of the votes. It's a tough loss for clean shaven. And as you know, Rachel and I were both team clean shaven, so we're taking it pretty hard.
Yeah.
And Tyler Hines blasphemed and said, how about a soul patch, aka a flavor saver, aka a little bit of hair underneath your bottom lip? And I refuse. Like, if that happens, I'm not watching whatever movie that is.
Yeah.
You're with me, Rachel,
yeah,
right?
I can't abide by that. I can't handle that soul patch. No.
Soul patch, more like no soul patch.
Yes. I thought of one more funny movie.
Okay. So one more what?
The Most Wonderful Time of the Year. That one has some funny parts.
Oh, you love that one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's fine for me.
Yeah, it's good. So there you go. That's my last suggestion.
Okay. And then also exciting news this week, if you didn't notice, I went rogue and changed our logo.
Yeah.
So that happened.
Yeah.
True story, a little behind the scenes. I was testing out new logos on our Google, so it pushed to our YouTube, and Rachel sent a message and it's like, what has happened to the logo? It was so funny. And I was like, I just changed it. Nothing you can do about it. I'm so mean. It was so funny to me.
Yeah.
Rachel did not find it as funny, I don't think. I think she's still mad about it, but she's going with it because she doesn't want to be seen as the bully that she is.
That's false. Everybody thinks I'm the worst, but I'm really not. And if anybody wants to make a logo and submit it, I'm fine with it.
Hey, that is my That's my territory, young
Yeah.
lady.
Yeah. So no, I was frustrated because I couldn't get it to show up for a long time in on iTunes, and that whole thing was very frustrating.
Who
But
fixed that? Who
finally,
fixed that, Rachel?
Amber
That
did.
was Amber did.
'Cause
Okay, sorry. We got off topic, but I just wanted to brag about how much I like the new gold crown. Not goldenrod yellow crown. Actual gold.
it was
Okay.
it's pretty cool. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Or let us know if you like it. If you hate it,
If you hate it, please tell me, because then I'll just make a new one, and Rachel can't stop me.
I was gonna say, if you hate it, just have a nice day. Move on.
No, if you hate it, please tell me. Say what you want me. Like, we are a podcast made by Hallmarkies for Hallmarkies, and if you guys hate something, tell us.
Yeah.
Hashtag HPN feedback. It would be really fun to respond to criticism. Don't you think?
You can take that.
Rachel can't handle
I'm
criticism.
not great at it. I admit it.
I love criticism. Like, okay, side note. This is just today's silliness. One time at work, I was covering the front desk for someone else, and an IM popped up from somebody else in our office that was mean about me.
No.
And it was like my best day ever.
Oh, wow.
I was like, oh yeah, now I know how you feel. Maybe I'll improve. Maybe I won't. Who knows?
Like, I can take a big girl pill and I can handle it. You do not become a movie critic and not being able to handle people criticizing you. That's fine. But it's not my favorite thing.
Oh,
but
it's
I
my
can deal with it.
favorite thing. I think mostly because I'm just like such a narcissist that I'm like, well, they're talking about me.
Yeah. So I can deal with it. It's just still not my favorite.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
No, just kidding. I don't know. I was trying to be supportive, but I love it.
Yeah.
I'm just a crazy person. Okay. And then it's time for the Scott Minute.
Just quick though, did you ever watch Frasier? Were you a Frasier watcher at all?
No.
There's one great episode of Frasier where they do a focus group, and the one person on the focus group, it's a blind focus group. One member just hates him. He thinks Frasier's the worst, thinks he's pompous, thinks he's whatever. And so everyone tells him, you just got to ignore it, you just got to deal with it. And he becomes like obsessed with it. And so he's like hunting this poor guy down. By the end of it, he ends up like burning down the guy's newspaper stand on accident through various contrivances. And it's a really good episode. It's just like as it slowly builds and builds and builds, like it's getting more and more at him. And by the end, the guy's like, well, I started not liking you. Now I really don't like you. It's a good one. Anyway. So.
All right.
Go on.
Ladies and gentlemen, I guess it's that time. What time is it, Rachel? It's time for
Great Scott!
Great Scott question of the week from our patron, Scott. The one you can always be dependent on to send us questions. Okay, so his first question said, I'm a Hallmarkie, a Postable, a Hearty, a Goody, a Chessie, a Sleuther, and most importantly, an HPN patron. I'm not sure if I'm a Hall stan or not. What's a Hall stan? So let me explain. A Hall stan is just a big fan of Hall stars. So that's it.
You created this name?
I created this
Hall
name.
Stan.
Fun fact, I also created Hall Star. I'm pretty sure I talked about this last week, but it's important that people know.
Yes.
So, but no, because you know how the kids, they're like, I am a so-and-so stan. And it just means fan, but super hardcore fan. So I was like, if we have Hall Stars, we can have Hall Stans. And it spilled out from the side rooms of my mind.
It really took off, huh?
It really took off. Well, no, if you've ever seen the movie Mean Girls, This is my attempt at fetch. Like, I'm trying to make Hallstan happen.
So this would be different than the Hallmarkie, who is just like a fan of Hallmark. This is particularly a fan of the actors.
Or like
Correct?
also a fan of us if they want.
Yeah.
You know, just someone who's like more than a Hallmark E. You're not just E, you're a stan.
Yeah. So Scott definitely qualifies.
Oh, Scott
Big time.
basically it. I mean, Scott has his own sound cue.
Yeah.
That's how big of a deal Scott is. He's
Hey, Scott!
Yeah. No, it's true. There's no doubt about it.
I mean, who's better than this guy?
He's my favorite person right now.
Hey, Scott!
Great, Scott! He's the best.
Yes.
Okay, so that was his question about what's a hall stand, and I'm glad that he brought it up because I don't feel like it was really catching fire. And then he also wanted to talk about Christmas in July, and he said that he is getting ready to load up on the tons of the Christmas movies, and he wants to make the most out of Christmas in July, so he set some goals. First one, watch all of the Lacey Chabert Christmas movies. 2, watch any movie that features cookies as a major plot point. So he has to watch all of them. And 3, watch all the Paul Campbell Christmas movies, which is only 3, right?
Correct, including Godwinks.
Because we got Window Wonderland, Once Upon a Holiday, and Godwinks.
Yeah. So what counts as a major plot point, though?
I don't
If
know.
they're just making cookies.
I mean, obviously, Cookie Crawl.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
As a major plot point would be any cooking contest.
Like, say, Christmas in Evergreen, Letters to Santa, they have a cookie making scene montage where they get the reindeer cookie wrong. But it's really just a fun little moment. It's not a plot point, I don't think.
Yeah. Does it count if it's just a scene of cookies?
I don't think, because you got like Cookie Cutter Christmas. You have the Jill Wagner one,
and I would suggest that Matchmaker Santa featuring Lacey Chabert, while the cookies are not a major plot point, we do spend the majority of Lacey Chabert's time in that town helping make cookies.
Yeah, and definitely that Jill Wagner one, and definitely the Aaron Krakow one.
Krakow.
Oh.
Yeah, like Draco.
I've been saying it wrong.
Well, we learned when we made we learned.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah.
And it's Ben Rosenbaum. Baum. In case you're wondering. These are Hallmarkies things we've learned through our lives. Hardy's things, actually, I guess. Subset of Hallmarkies. Okay. So, but then he also wanted to know if we had any Christmas in July viewing goals. And mine is to finish my homework. So, I don't know if that counts.
I just do not have time to rewatch films. I just don't. And so, but I am thinking that I will want to, for my family movie night series over on my channel, on my other channel, I may want to actually review a couple for that series. And so that may be a reason to rewatch, but I don't know, I might not watch very many.
Well, Superfan Scott, he has another question about that. If you don't have time to watch all of them, Scott wants to know what 3 must-see Christmas in July movies would we suggest? Frankly, I think the watch all the Paul Campbell Christmas movies is a great suggestion.
Gosh, so if I had to pick 3,
I feel like if I say 9 Lives of Christmas one more time, it's going to be like, I don't know.
You're going to have random cats showing up at your door.
I wish.
Let's see. I'm looking at the schedule real quick. I think I would say watch the new one. Gotta watch the new one. Does that count?
Yes,
Okay.
obviously. You
So
have to
Christmas
watch the new
Camp.
one.
You gotta watch the new one.
And that leaves 2 slots open because there's only one new one. The preview show doesn't count.
And then I would say Christmas Detour. Watch that. And maybe I would say Miss Christmas.
You love Miss Christmas so much.
It's so good. You loved it too.
I'm not judging. I'm just saying you love it so much. Like, you want to have Kringles.
That's the next one.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. The Kringles are delicious. It was very good.
So,
yeah, I would say that. I think that's a pretty fun little grouping.
Yeah. So that was our.
What would you say?
With
you said
all the 3 Paul Campbell movies.
Campbell, yeah. Well, so this week we had on the podcast, we had.
Oh, wait, we didn't sign off to.
Hey, Scott!
Thanks for your questions, sir.
Yeah, you're the best. Oh my gosh. Yes. So this week we had on the podcast, it was very exciting because of things that happened to me. I couldn't be on very much this week. And so Lisa and Caroline did an incredible job, and they did Recap the Mysteries. And this was so exciting because not only did Lisa, this behind the scenes thing, not only did Lisa do everything for that podcast, but she also did all the editing. It's the first time anybody but myself has done any of the editing. So that was so exciting. And so if you see...
I feel like you're specifically calling me out for not pulling my weight here.
Not at all. It was so exciting. So if you see Lisa on Twitter or whatever, tell her she did an amazing job. It was great. I was really happy with what they produced. I thought it turned out really well. And so it's just so exciting to see our podcast little group continuing to grow and learn, and it's just great. I'm so thrilled. And then we had Amber and Georgia doing The Good Witch. So that was amazing. I was
wondering when you were going to compliment me. Just kidding.
On that video from Muse of Fire, this is Amber and Georgia. I love you ladies. You make me laugh. And Martha rocks. 4 exclamation points. Yes to the 3 hours. And Royal Storyline awful. Miss Lori and Brandon, big love from Chicago. XOXO Kate.
I mean, Kate has amazing opinions because she mentioned Brandon and Lori, which are the 2 most important people to me in my life right now. And then, okay, Kate, you and me in Georgia, 3 hours next week. Let's go. Yeah. I'll juice up.
That'll be amazing. And so it's pretty fun. We also had my interview special bonus with the director of The Other Side of Heaven too, Mitch Davis. I got to go to the premiere, so it was pretty fun.
And can I just tell you how flippin' jealous I am of that? The Other Side of Heaven is like a super formative movie for me, and also I adore Christopher Gorham, who is the main guy in it. And so if you haven't seen The Other Side of Heaven, you should watch it because it's great. And then Rachel was like, Amber, would you like to come see The Other Side of Heaven too with me? And I was like, my life is too full of books. I can't go. And then I saw the pictures, and I thought she was offering just to go see the movie. And I was like, I mean, I really want to. I was trying to make that work. She didn't even tell me that Christopher Gorham was going to be there in the flesh. I would have dropped out of college.
And Elder Groberg, because the book is based on, was there. Okay, Senator Hatch was there.
Real people.
Yeah.
But, no, I'm sorry, Senator Orrin Hatch. You do not rank as high in my I want to be friends with them book as Christopher Gorham.
But it was really, I've never been to a premiere where they had a choir sing, and then they had dancing, and and they gave out food. I mean, I have been to a premiere where they gave out food, and I can tell you that all of this stuff, as fun and pleasant as it is, has no impact on my review at all, because the the Little Women movie that had done it previously, I gave a scathing review to because I really didn't like it. But this one, luckily, I did like, and I gave a positive review. And so I'll put a link in the description section. People can read my review if you want. And the interview I thought was really fun. It was very interesting to hear his story, because he's not somebody who wanted to be a director or was really that into movies. And he was on his mission, and he got a prompting out of nowhere. It was like, I need to make a movie about a missionary. And he was like, okay. And they went to film school. I thought that was pretty cool. So it was a very fun interview. And so, yeah, if you haven't given that a listen, I think you'll enjoy it. And then we also had this week the top 5 wedding movies podcast, because every month we do a top 5 episode, which is a chance to talk about other stuff at Hallmark. And Emma from the Hallmark was on it, and Hallmark hubby Sam was on it with me, and we had a lot of fun doing that one. So if you haven't checked out that, it's pretty enjoyable. And so we got to talk about everything from Bridesmaids to Meet the Parents to Corpse Bride to all different stuff. It was fun.
They're the best. I mean, okay, I'm so sad that I haven't been on a podcast with Emma the Hallmark for like 100 years.
I know.
I think we need to watch another Disney Channel original movie.
I think so. If you have any suggestions, put in the comments.
Yeah, people, can you think tank a podcast that I can do with the Hallmark?
Yeah, it was
so
fun.
Yeah, it's been a pretty busy week.
Yeah.
New logo, 1 million podcast episodes, 5 this week.
Yeah. We had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So we had 4.
And Friday, today.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Duh. Friday. So, yeah, we have 5.
And I'm glad that Rachel taught us how to count. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know what time it is? It's time to announce our Fan of the Week. And so this week's Fan of the Week goes to Danny Fry from iTunes or Apple Podcasts, who left us a review, and she said, love listening to all things Hallmark with Rachel and Amber. So, thank you, Danny Fry.
Yay.
Or Sir Danny Fry. I'm not sure.
True. Good point. Yeah, thank you so much. That was definitely made our day. And so if you haven't left a review on iTunes, if you take a second out of your day to do so, we really appreciate it. It definitely helps more people to find the podcast. And so, yeah, that'd be great.
And also, like I said, I love feedback.
Yeah.
So much so that I forced everyone to do this podcast episode every week.
It's true.
So, come on. All right. So, that is just about going to do it. Rachel, what do we have coming up on the podcast next week?
Yes. So, very exciting stuff coming up. We have on Monday, by his request, we have our interview with Paul Campbell, interview number 3 on Monday. So that's going to be really fun. And me and Lisa got a chance to talk with him. So that's going to air on Monday. And then we have the Good Witch recap on Tuesday. On Wednesday, the plan is to do our June weddings recap. And then the feedback show, we're going to try to record it on Wednesday because July 4th is a holiday. So we'll try to have it up on Friday. That's the only one that I think. So we'll see. But hopefully we get
We'll do Feedback Friday because it's literally in the name. The show is called Feedback Friday.
Yeah. So get us, if you have feedback for next week, definitely if you can try to get it to us by Wednesday, because we're not going to be recording it since July 4th is a holiday. So try to get it to us a little bit early.
But, if it's not time pressing, send it anytime and we'll put it on any episode. We're not picky.
Okay.
So Rachel, how can people send us that feedback?
So you can send it to feedback@hallmarkiespodcast.com, or you can call and leave a voicemail at 801-855-6407.
Once again, that's 801-855-6407.
Very good. So and you can always contact us on Twitter, any of the social medias. Make sure you follow us on there. You can give us your feedback through those channels. We have the hashtag HPN feedback. You can do that. So there's lots of ways to contact us and get your feedback on the show.
And I'm going to be honest, I just scour the internet for comments too.
Yeah.
So if you put it on there, I'll try to find it.
Yeah.
Even if you don't tag us, I'll be like, that might be mentioned to us. I don't know.
Yeah, and we have our Facebook page, so there's a lot of fun stuff you can check out.
And Rachel, how can people find you?
You can find me at Rachel's Reviews, all over social media, on iTunes and YouTube, all over. I have a really fun post that's airing today that my friend Jen and I, we go to a lot of the screenings together, and I like doing really random rankings. And so this is like the most random you could be. We did a ranking of the 15 films that we have seen together at screenings. And so you've got like Hidden Figures and this Little Women movie and Missing Link, and just all over the place, these movies, and Avengers Endgame. And so I really enjoyed doing that one. So that's over on my channel. There's a lot of good stuff. I have family movie night every week on Mondays. So check it out. I would love to have you as part of that community as well.
Yeah, check out Rachel's Reviews. It's a delight. Plus, she doesn't have any bias when she gives her reviews, even if you give her food and show her Christopher Gorham.
It's true.
That's how professional she is.
It's true.
And then if you want to follow the podcast, it's at Hallmarkies Pod on Twitter, at Hallmarkies Podcast on Instagram. We're on Facebook. Please, if you are watching this on YouTube, or even if you're not, head over to YouTube and subscribe to our channel. And then also, if anywhere you are, like this, give it a thumbs up, give it a heart, wherever they have on whatever forum you're looking, and throw in a comment. Give us your thoughts. We love your thoughts. We made a whole podcast episode dedicated to hearing your thoughts so we can talk more about what you want us to talk about. Yeah. And then if you want to follow me, I'm at Amber Brainwaves on Twitter, and that's it. And
yes. And we have our Patreon. Make sure that you check it out. We have a lot of fun stuff that we do just for the patrons that connects you with my channel, with Amy's channel, and then also with Hallmarkies. So it's just really great. We were talking Toy Story 4 the other day. We were talking, Hallmark movies all the time, of course. So it's a really fun group on the Facebook group, and you can get early access to interviews. You can get we get prizes occasionally. We'll do things. So it's worth it. It's definitely worth your contribution. So check it out. Yeah.
And if we don't see you there, we'll just see you on the free stuff.
Yes. So this has been very fun. So please keep sending. We enjoy doing these. So
okay. Talk to you guys next week.
All right. Bye.
Bye, everybody. This podcast was brought to you by Hallmarkies for Hallmarkies. For more information about how you can leave your mark on Hallmarkies, visit hallmarkiespodcast.com. Link in the description.